going on, everybody? Greetings from not so sunny Southwest Florida. As I'm talking to you, I'm staring down the barrel of a shotgun. Shotgun in the name of Hurricane Ian. Stay tuned. So hanging out in the shop, it's about 6:30 p.m. here on Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, and just getting prepped for Hurricane Ian. No, we're not going to take a direct hit, I don't think. It's always a genuine possibility that, you know, living in Southwest Florida, I mean, Florida is always a big target for hurricanes. It's just a matter of when your time is up, when your number gets drawn, if you're going to get hit. We got hit with Hurricane Irma a few years back, and made it through that pretty well, you know, unscathed. Wasn't really a whole lot of damage here, a lot of yard cleanup, a lot of flooding. And that's one of the big problems here with the hurricanes, especially one like this, like Ira or whatever the hell is, Ivan, fucking whatever. Now, as far as taking a direct hit, it's still anyone's game at this point. It's changed 2 or 3 times. You know, the Weather Service is about as reliable as your estranged father that walked out 25 years ago to get a pack of cigarettes and never came home. I mean, it gives you a pretty good idea, but you just never know until it gets right up on you where this thing's gonna go. But we made all kinds of preparation. We got the fuel, we got water, you know, alcoholic beverages, adult beverages, whatever you want to call them. Some dry goods, you know, you don't want to get any perishable stuff. You know, all these people freaking out, they're buying cold cuts and stuff at the grocery stores. Like, no, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense if your power goes out. I've already lost power once already, and it wasn't even raining hard. I think just someone backfed their generator into the power grid and blew the transformer trying to test it out, and forgot to shut their main breaker off, which, you know, that's something we do here in Florida. When the power goes out, you just run your generator into, you know, 220 line, like your water heater or something like that, and backfeed it, and that way you can power your house. But like I said, we've taken all the necessary preparations. And the problem with a storm like this is, you know, you got a lot of people that move here to Florida that's never experienced it. I've been in Southwest Florida for just about 30 years, and I've been through, I don't know how many hurricanes now. I've lost count, really, you know, probably 5 or 6 at least anyways. Irma being the worst. It was pretty bad. We were without power for, you know, about a week or so. But even way back when, I've gone without power for 6 weeks at a time, even during smaller hurricanes. So a lot of it depends on where you live and how quick your service is going to get restored. Stuff like that. I mean, if you look right now, I mean, it doesn't look that bad. And honestly, it really isn't that bad right now. This thing's still probably 150 miles south of where we're at, and gonna be hitting probably, they're estimating Fort Myers, which is about 40 miles north of where I'm at. So come about 2-3 in the morning, it's probably gonna get rocking and rolling. You know, we're getting a slight breeze, stuff like that, but it's nothing detrimental. You know, we got the yard pretty well picked up. And take out and just kind of show you. What's going on. You know, you got the bamboo is swaying a little bit. You know, it's raining. It's nothing major. If I look like a wet rat, well, because it was raining a little harder. You know, I got my high-tech storm shutters up. You know, these are top-notch, high-quality storm shutters. You know, custom built. You know, that's quality stuff there. You know, that's custom made. You know, made to fit. So, you know, we got that covered. And a little bit of rain on the screen here. But right now, like I said, if you can see the ditch here, our ground's pretty well saturated already because it's been raining. And you got to figure here where I'm at in Florida, my floor height in my house is only 13.5 feet above sea level. So if we get a 7 or 8 foot storm surge, I mean, I am quite a ways in. I'm about 15 miles in from the beach. But if it pushes in on the canals and stuff like that, we could have a water issue because the grounds are already saturated, which means it's not going to drain very well. So, but anyways, yeah, we're staring down the barrel of the Hurricane Ian, or whatever the hell its name is, and we're just going to wait till later on and see what happens and go from there. And hopefully I can keep recording and keep reporting and, you know, give you a first-hand view of what it's like to be in a hurricane from a biker's perspective. Like I said, I've been through a few. already. It's not a big deal. You know, my yard looks like crap. There wasn't really much point in cutting the lawn during the storm because I'm sure my yard's going to get totally trashed. But it is what it is. You know, you just got to take precautions. Just can't be stupid like, you know, this dumbass that hooked his generator in backwards and shorted out the system. I mean, you got to use your head a little bit, you know, when you're out doing this stuff. But anyways, it's raining and we'll get back to you a little bit later. So just to give you guys an idea of what we got to deal with here in Southwest Florida, this is currently right now the weather. So this brings you up to about 7 o'clock here now, and then once this animation stops, it'll be about midnight, and that little blue dot is pretty much where I'm at in the midst of all this stuff. So yeah, we're staring right down the barrel of this baby, but we're pretty well prepared here. Not a whole lot of issues. Like I said, this ain't my first movie, you know, doing this. Ain't my first rodeo. You know, I got my water, I got my fuel. Gotta have the toilet paper. Absolutely, that's the must. That's the first thing you gotta do is run out and buy up all the friggin' toilet paper because, you know, Lord knows you gotta wipe your ass 5 million times in 24 hours. But anyways, but that's people's mentality. You know, and all the panic buying and stuff like that people do, and it sucks. But you know, the problem is if you don't get on that gravy train and get your supplies early, you might not get them. So I don't blame people for doing, but a lot of people do go overboard with this stuff. You know, I mean, when you're buying 6 cases of water, I mean, you probably don't drink 6 cases of water in 6 months, let alone, you know, a week. So, you know, that kind of stuff is just ridiculous. You know, the fuel stuff, I get it. You know, a lot of people got generators. A lot of people got to work. I mean, myself. I mean, I got to work. I got to be on call. We're doing emergencies, stuff like that if they come in. And that's pretty much it. That's all we're doing. We're not doing any standard garage tows because everybody's closed. I mean, the grocery stores are closed. Walmart's closed at noontime today. And nothing's going to be open for the next 2 days. So, but we're good here. You know, got the storm shutters up. Well, the custom storm shutters, you know, they're very classy, very high tech. You know, like I said, and I showed you that, you know, that it's some, you know, some major engineering that went into those. And, but anyway, I'm just going to keep you track. We're going to be fine. I don't think we're going to take a direct hit. It's going to get close. Don't know how close. It's really too early to tell because this thing is going really slow. And with it going slow, that creates a lot of water problems. The ground's already saturated. And probably going to get some flooding and stuff in some areas, so on and so forth. But as far as wind devastation and stuff like that, I don't think we're going to get that. Hope not. I mean, if we do, we do. There's nothing I can do about it. Maybe our neighbors to the north here, Fort Myers, Port Charlotte, they may have some problems with that, depending on where it makes landfall and how fast it is. It's already at 130 miles an hour, so Cat 3. They're predicting before landfall maybe a Cat 4, which is like 140, I think, or 135 mile an hour wind, something like that. You know, I'm no meteorologist. I'm just, you know, can just kind of read stuff. Not well, but I can. But anyways, but yeah, as this thing gets rocking and rolling here tonight, I'll take you outside and kind of show you what's going on. I mean, if there's no power, no lights, I mean, you know, I can only show you so much. Maybe I'll kick on the headlights of the truck and just kind of show you the wind whipping around, stuff like that. But I'm pretty confident we're going to be okay. And yeah, you know, I'll show you during it, and I'll show you the aftermath of what we got going on. So a little before, during, and after for you. So stick around. I know it's not motorcycle related. I could be out riding my motorcycle, but I just detailed it, and you know, I don't want to do that. So anyways, so stick with me, guys. I appreciate your support. Thanks to everybody that's subscribing, old subscribers, new subscribers. I mean, the channel's growing, and I appreciate that a lot. I mean, it's not a major channel, and I don't expect it to be, but I do appreciate everybody that does watch and stays tuned. So stick with me and watch this amazing live action from Southwest Florida, Hurricane Ian. Party on. Time to go drink some beer.